Hi, I'm talking today to weight management coach Rosalind Astaire. Hi Ros, how are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you.
Ros, today we're talking about calming foods to beat stress. Now, firstly, let's start off with this question. Do you feel that a person needs to be in the right place before they can start any kind of, weight management program?
Well, that's a tricky one because so many people really want to slim down. I've come across so many that say, I really want to lose weight, but I'm so stressed at the moment. What do I do? My answer to that is, it's like playing tennis, okay? We know how to play tennis, but to actually get on that tennis court and hit the ball is another thing altogether, okay? So it's all very well really wanting to do something and thinking you know how to, but actually doing it is another thing. So my answer to that is, you don't have to be in the right place as such, but you need to be in a position where you are willing and ready to make some small changes in your life, to change some habits. We're not talking big changes, we're talking small changes. You need to be open-minded, you need to be ready. So if you are very stressed at the moment, then you just might not be ready at that time.
And one of the other common things that we hear is obviously that I'm too stressed to start any, sort of dieting program. What are some calming foods that we can eat to try and beat stress?
Well, there's a lot of foods they say that are calming. What I should mention, of course, is that there are a lot of foods that can trigger stress. So, for example, alcohol, caffeine, sort of spicy foods sometimes even, So it's important to know what foods actually aren't helpful. So I would say, if you are going through a stressful time, actually those foods that you think are helping you, like, a few drinks or smoking, coffee, a lot of coffee, that can actually make things a lot worse. But there are some foods that are actually helpful. For example, walnuts, would you believe? And other foods, avocado, turkey, for example, lean turkey breast, oatmeal. Oats are a calming food. And the reason why all these foods are so-called calming is because they contain an enzyme called tryptophan, which sends a little message to the brain and calms you down. So those sorts of foods are great. I mean, in the evenings, for example, a mug of Horlicks is a fantastic calming food. Horlicks isn't available everywhere, but it's like a malt drink. So, one can always look these foods up, but that gives you a little example of what sort of foods can help.
That's very interesting. Another thing that we have a problem with is as a working mom, okay, if I'm feeling stressed and I've had a very busy day, and I just wanted to buy a takeaway for dinner. Obviously, I'm thinking some choices would be better than other choices. There would be, healthier. What do you think would be some of the more healthier takeaway options?
Well, yes. Okay, so pizza, for example, is a really unhelpful food. There's nothing really good in a pizza unless you're going for a thin crust, loads of vegetables, and you have like a slice, but really pizza is not a very helpful food. It's just full of cheese and dough, which is just going to bloat you up. So if you are on a weight loss journey, please limit yourself with the pizzas. If you're into Indian or Chinese, then of course we need to avoid those creamy sauces. If you like something kind of, with a lot of sauce, then I would recommend tomato-based sauces, which are less fattening. And there's an awful lot of healthy options. I mean, Chinese, you could go for steamed foods, a lot of vegetarian style foods, dry as well, dry foods if you can. The boiled rice is actually healthier, by the way, than the fried rice. So if you're going for rice, bear that in mind. And, you know, if you're into Indian food, again, avoid the creamy sauces, and go for the dried meats, and as much vegetables as you can is absolutely fine. There are healthier options. You just need to choose carefully.
And what happens if I am trying to lose weight and I do fall off the horse, so to speak, maybe during a stressful time? What advice or tips do you have for getting me back, you know, to getting me remotivated again?
Well, you know, a lot of people say, "Oh God, I had dessert. I've blown it. I'll start again tomorrow. I might as well just have a real blowout now, go mad, and then I'll start again tomorrow." Well, you know what? You're one of those yo-yo dieters that starts again tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes, does it? Because it's a cycle. So my guidance here, my advice is to say to you, look, you know what? You went wrong. You went off track. So what? I mean, it's not such a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Start again now. Move on now, immediately. You know, at your next meal, move on straight away. So don't sabotage your efforts and go mad, because you're just going to go backwards. So it needs focus. It needs effort. But I would say to you, please don't drive yourself mad and stress yourself. Just move on now.
Thank you, Ros. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you.